All right, so you're tackling GCSE music. You know the deal, there's one big question that everyone kind of dreads, the 12-mark comparison essay. Well, today we are going to totally crack it, and we're going to use two amazing but completely different pieces to do it. Purcell's Music for a While. And Duke Ellington's It Don't Mean a Thing.
What good is music? What good is melody if it ain't possessing something sweet? It ain't the music, it ain't the melody. There's something else that makes that tune complete. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. I do what, 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 do what. It don't mean a thing, all you gotta do is sing. I do what, 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 do what. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hard. You just give that rhythm everything you've got. Well, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do what, 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 do what.
12. Yeah, that number can look a little scary on the page, right? It's the biggest question in the section, and it really asks for some sharp analysis and a super clear structure. But, and this is the good news, those 12 marks are so achievable, I promise. I'm going to show you exactly how. So what's the secret? How do you actually get all 12 of those marks? Well, it's definitely not about just listing off a bunch of facts about the music. Nope. It's all about building a really solid argument that proves you get how the music is working on a much deeper level. And don't worry, we've got a roadmap. First, we're going to decode what the question is really asking. Then, I'll give you a winning essay structure and a secret little formula to make your writing pop. We'll use it to look at melody and harmony, and then we'll wrap up with a final checklist so you can walk into that exam feeling confident. Okay, first things first. Before you even think about writing, you have to know exactly what the examiner wants. Seriously, this is about way more than just pointing out musical features. So, check this out. This is a real question from an exam, and the keywords here are everything. Evaluate, effectively, and emotions. Evaluate means you need to make a judgment. Is it good? Is it successful? Then there's effectively, which just doubles down on that. How well does the music do its job? And finally, emotions. This is your North Star. Every single point you make has to connect back to the feeling or the mood the music is creating. Right, so you get the mission. Now you need a blueprint for success. You know, a great essay isn't just a bunch of ideas thrown on a page. It's a carefully built argument. So let's build the perfect structure for it. This 5-paragraph structure is your absolute best friend, trust me. You kick off with a quick intro, then, and here's a pro tip, a paragraph on what's similar between the pieces. That shows the examiner right away that you're thinking big picture. After that, you dive into the differences, with one paragraph for melody, one for harmony. Then you wrap it all up with a strong conclusion. It's simple, it's logical, and it just works. And now for the secret weapon. If you really want those top marks, you can't just describe what's happening. You have to analyze why it matters. And that's where this little formula, FEEW, comes into play. It's the thing that's going to turn your simple observations into seriously high-level analysis. So what is FEEW? It just breaks down your analysis into 4 easy steps. For every single point you make, you name the musical feature, you point to the evidence in the music, you explain the emotion it creates, and, this is the most important part, you explore why it creates that feeling. Using FEEW literally forces you to evaluate instead of just describing. It is a total game changer. Okay, theory's great, but let's put this thing into practice. We'll start with melody. We're going to use the FEEW formula to see how Purcell and Ellington create these completely different emotional worlds just with their tunes. Wow, the contrast just jumps out at you, doesn't it? Purcell's melody is mostly conjunct. which just means it moves smoothly, step by step. It's decorated with these really elegant ornaments, which creates this calm, controlled vibe. Ellington? Total opposite. His melody is bold, it's triadic, it's full of syncopation and blues notes. It's designed to feel fun, confident, and just full of swing. And boom, here's FEEW in just one sentence. See? It doesn't just say the melody is conjunct, that's the feature. It immediately connects it to an emotion, a calm and controlled character. It's simple, it's direct, and it is packed with analysis. That's a top-tier sentence right there. See how that works? It's pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. So let's do the exact same thing, but this time for harmony. The process is identical, which is why this formula is so powerful. We'll kick off by looking at the harmonic foundations of each piece. And again, the differences are just huge. Purcell builds his entire piece over a ground bass. That's a repeating bass line that gives the music this heavy, almost sorrowful feeling. And he uses this really biting dissonance for emotional punch. Ellington, on the other hand, uses a repeated chord progression to make it catchy and stable, but then he adds all this jazzy color with rich, extended, and substitution chords. Let's run Ellington's harmony through the FEEW machine. The feature? Extended and substitution chords. The emotion? That color and richness they add. And the why? Well, they create excitement rather than sadness, which is a brilliant direct comparison to Purcell's sound. See how every part of that sentence is doing analytical work? All right, we have covered a lot. We've talked about the question, the structure, and the formula. So now let's just pull it all together into one final checklist to make sure you nail every single one of those 12 marks. And here's one last crucial rule for the road. Your conclusion is not the place for brand new ideas. Let me say that again. No new information. It's just a summary. You briefly go over your key points, restate your main argument with confidence, and just tie a neat bow on top of your essay. So here it is, your final game plan. Stick to that 5-paragraph structure. Use the FEEW formula on every point you make. Always, always compare, never just describe. Pack your writing with specific musical keywords like conjunct and syncopation. And keep that conclusion short and powerful. You follow these steps, and you are well on your way to a fantastic mark.
Makes no difference if it's sweet or hard. You just give that rhythm everything you've got. Well, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do what, 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 do what.